am making some apple cider muffins. I am taking my baking mix. Then we have our sugar and our egg and our oil. Then to adapt this recipe, we're going to be using regular apple cider, or you can use apple juice if you want. So we're going to put our water in there. The recipe is in the description below, as always. And then I'm going to add my chopped apple. I also add cinnamon, cloves, and a titch of allspice. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat these. You could also add walnuts or pecans into your apple cider muffins. My family doesn't like nuts, so we don't. Then I'm putting my muffin liners. Now, I like to spray my muffin liners. You don't have to. And then, of course, my handy dandy ice cream scoop. I always use it for making muffins. And then one last touch that I do that is not in the recipe is I take cinnamon and sugar and I sprinkle it on top, and that gives it a nice crunchy top, which I think is everybody's favorite part. Now we're gonna put these in the oven at 400 degrees. Okay, we're gonna have to let these cool for just a minute and then we'll taste test. Muffins, the muffins.
Apple muffins, I'm sure. Oh man, they smell really good.
Are they delicious? Hopefully.
Mmm.
I hope so.
These are better than regular apple muffins. These are the apple cider ones?
Yeah.
Oh yum, they're delicious.
Apple cider pancakes. I've got my baking mix, and instead of milk or water, I'm using apple cider for my liquid. Right here. I'm gonna stir it around just until it comes to a pancake consistency. There we go. Then I'm gonna add just a little bit of allspice and cloves and cinnamon. And then you want peeled and chopped apple. So I just have this little piece of apple left from another thing. Then put in my apples. Now this is only for one person, so if you have a whole family, you can do an entire apple in an entire batch. Okay, so now we've got our griddle. Gonna butter it. I'm using margarine so my butter doesn't burn. For my apple cider syrup to go with my pancakes, I am putting in my apple cider or apple juice. It's up to you. You can just use whatever you have on hand. Then I have my cornstarch, which I'm going to dissolve in my cold apple juice or cider because that makes it not lumpy, okay? So just get that stirred in. Okay, and then we've got our brown sugar and my cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, now we're going to let that come to a boil. All right, so we know our pancakes are getting done because see the little bubbles are popping and around the edge it's getting dry. So we're gonna flip that. Oh my, does that look delicious, dear?
Yes.
On the day of our anniversary for 30 years.
Happy anniversary, honey.
I just made you a wonderful anniversary dinner. Breakfast, I mean.
Apple cider pancakes and apple cider syrup.
Yes.
Yum. I have to confess that I snuck a little piece of the edge of pancake that was left on the griddle. I didn't tell her. It was pretty good.
Good.
It was really good.
Don't burn the hide off your mouth. On our anniversary, I might need that mouth, honey. For lots of kisses.
That's really good.
Does
Did
it?
you see me drop
Does
it?
It's okay. Does it taste like the Northeast? All right, this apple cider fudge calls for diced dried apples, and I found the easiest way to dice them is to take a pair of clean cooking kitchen shears. These are just regular scissors that I just keep for cooking only. Then I just dice them by cutting them into little pieces like that. We're gonna line our 8-inch cake pan with parchment paper. This recipe calls for 3/4, so I threw in 1 stick. And then I'm going to cut the half. That's how you measure butter. Okay, next I have my apple cider my sweetened condensed milk, and we have our sugar. Yes, I know this is a lot of sugar. It's fudge, guys, it's fudge. And when it starts boiling, see right there, set your timer for 5 minutes. Now, if you're at high altitude, you may have to go 30 more seconds. I am literally right on the line of high altitude. So for some recipes, I have to make them high altitude, others I don't. So if you make this the first time and it's too soft and you're at high altitude, add an additional 30 or 45 seconds of boiling time. When I get down to 1 minute, because I have an electric stove, I turn the heat off at 1 minute, because for an electric stove, the heat keeps coming up and it keeps boiling, and that way I don't burn it on that last minute. Now, if you have a gas stove, you will want to leave the heat on for the entire time. My 5 minutes is up. Now, since this is the first time I'm actually making this recipe, you guys get to recipe test with me. I am not going to let it cook for the longer amount for high altitude, although I probably should. Okay, put in my white chocolate chips. Let those get all melted. And then my apple spice. So let's get that all mixed in. Oops, and where'd our apples go? Here's our apples. So now we have our prepared pan. And this might be easier with 2 people, but I'm gonna see if I can do it, okay? Oh, we forgot the vanilla. Ah! Okay.
Can you go get another person?
And this is what you need for vanilla after 30 years of marriage.
Yeah, give me a double.
Got the vanilla all mixed in there. Here we go, you ready?
What is that?
That is deliciousness. So now we're gonna put this in the fridge and let it sit overnight to firm up. All right, I did not keep this in the refrigerator for overnight or even 8 hours, but I think it's done. So, yeah, feels pretty done. Okay, so 64 pieces out of this, huh? Whatever. Okay.
We need to get a tape measure and mark off the lines.
Who wants to test it? Dad or Jack?
We can both
Or
test
both?
it. Jack, you first.
Sure.
Okay. Test it, what do you think?
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Pretty tasty?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best spaghetti and meatballs you've ever eaten.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, your turn. Yeah, that's
What
really
is
good.
that? Is that like apple cider?
It's
Ooh, so you
called
didn't.
Apple Cider Fudge.
Huh? It's really good.
That's really good.
We're making hot apple cider or wassail, whatever, mulled cider, whatever you want to call it. This is apple cider that I just got at Walmart. If you're making this as a gift, you'll want to put your spices in and just mix them up. Now what I do is I just get a little bag like this and I just combine them in there. Now, whole allspice is what you want, but we don't have a spice store here. So I just use the powdered because I don't want to spend a huge amount of money just on a few things of allspice that I need. All right, and then what we're gonna add is our brown sugar. Yum aromo. Let's put it in a little baggie like this. I could have just put it in the baggie, I guess. That was kind of dumb. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, and then you have your mulling spices. For this apple cider sauce, I have browned my chicken with just some seasoned salt, adding my apple cider, and my honey. Okay, so now we're gonna bring this to a boil and let it boil down until it's about half. I add a titch of salt to everything because salt brings out the sweetness. So the original recipe doesn't call for that, but I'm adding it in there. Okay, we're gonna let this boil down. How you can tell when your sauce is reduced enough is see how the bubbles are getting really big now? That's the last of the water boiling out, and now you're getting down to mostly sugar. So when you see these bubbles getting really big like this, then you know your sauce has been reduced enough. And look how nice and thick that is. And we're gonna pour it all over our chicken. This is our lunch today, but we're going to go ahead and do a sample. More biscuits. Oops.
Ooh.
Very good. Okay. Now let's taste it and see. Our battery is running low, so we must. But let's do it without burning the hide off of our mouth. Hopefully. Cool.
In case the hide gets burned off.
Now that is sugar, hot boiling lava sugar. So you guys want to let it cool first.
Thanks. Mmm. Oh, yum.
Is this our new favorite recipe?
It's very good.
Am I going to have to freeze apple cider cubes for the rest of the year to make it?
Yep, here on you.
Yay!